Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so we got the win tonight. We have swept our NBA Cup group 129-119. San Antonio won their game elsewhere against the Denver Nuggets, so you don't have to worry about them. And Wemby's not back, so I really like our chances. If that's going to be the next game, it will be here in Los Angeles, and I just love that for us. All right, so let's get into what happened here. First half wasn't great. And the Gamecast will tell us what the stats are. Bear with me because I've been having Wi-Fi issues all day. For those who've been following my day, you know that this has been a little different. But yeah, and this moment is no exception. But yeah, the first quarter. I'm sorry, I had it. There we go. Lakers 28, Mavericks 22. In the second quarter, we let them have a 40-point quarter to our 32. Then we came back in the third quarter, had 38, they had 32. And in the fourth quarter, we took care of business 31-25 for the 121-119 victory. 119-129. Yeah, that's how that went. Team stats, let's get into it. The Lakers shot 59% from the field, 45 of 76, and 51% from three, 18 of 35. We also shot 81% from the line, 21 of 26. Meanwhile, the Mavericks, 48% from the field, 44 of 91, 44% from the three, 14 of 32, and 17 of 20 from the free throw line for 85%. So both teams pretty much shot very, very well. The Mavs won the boards 39 to 34. They had 14 offensive rebounds to our 6, so we definitely didn't control the glass. They had 28 assists to our 27. I wasn't pleased with that. I thought our defense could have been better. They had 8 steals, we had 4. And both teams had 4 blocks. Lakers also had more turnovers, 15 of them for us, 20 points conceded off of those. The Mavericks had 11 turnovers, only 12 points conceded off of those. So we didn't play our greatest game. 19 fast break points for the Mavs, 6 for the Lakers. They killed us there. We had 52 points in the paint to their 42. So luckily enough, we just shot the ball so much better than them, which is why we were able to win the game. But they won in some of the most important areas. So if you play this game twice, and those shots don't fall, they win the game. Their largest lead was 7. Our largest lead was 12. Of course, we won by 10. And let's get into the box score. All right, Anthony Davis. We'll start with the Mavericks. 28 minutes of play, 12 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks, no turnovers, 2 offensive boards, -4 for AD. He had limited minutes. They wanted to limit his minutes to where they had him. And I think we benefited a lot because they didn't put him back in the fourth quarter in the pivotal fourth quarter, and we're one of the best fourth quarter teams in the league. So if you're gonna remove Anthony Davis and leave yourself with what you're used to, you're not gonna give yourself a chance in the fourth quarter. I'm glad they did that. We won. PJ Washington, 35 minutes of play, 22 points, 9 of 19 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 offensive boards, -11. Really good game for him. Cooper, 36 minutes of play, 13 points, 5 of 11 from the field. 1 of 3 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 7 rebounds, 11 assists, 1 turnover, 3 steals. This is a really good Cooper game. -8. Yeah, chipped in the utility areas very well. 11 assists has to be a career high. Max Christie came back and played well here. 27 minutes, 13 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 1 board, 1 assist, 1 turnover, -18 for Max. Ryan Nembhard was really good. Just like his brother came in and shot us down, he almost did the same. 17 points, 7 of 11 from the field, 3 of 5 from the 3, 23 minutes of play, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, -16 for Ryan. He was very, very impressive. Dwight Powell, 1 minute, 1 rebound, +2. Martin, 1 minute, +2. Daniel Gafford, 17 minutes of play, 5 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, -4 for Daniel Gafford. Najee Marshall, 25 minutes of play, 16 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. All 7 of his free throws attempted were made, 7 rebounds as well, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 3 offensive boards for Najee Marshall, who played well. Klay Thompson, 20 minutes of play, 10 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 1 of 1 from the line, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, +3 for Klay. Brandon Williams, 24 minutes of play, 11 points, 3 of 11 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 4 of 6 from the line, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, +9 for him. And Jaden Hardy chipped in with a minute +2. No stats. All right, for the winning Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James, 34 minutes of play, 13 points, 5 of 13 from the field, 2 of 6 from the three, 5 rebounds, 1 of 4 from the free throw lines. We don't love that. 7 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, plus 13 for the King. He chipped in where we needed him to. I would have loved to have seen him get a little more involved in the scoring. He did hit a big 3 in the fourth quarter, and the 7 assists were very helpful. But a quiet night for the King as he's continuing to work himself back into it. And we had other guys doing heavy lifting, so he didn't really need to do much more than that. Rui Hachimura came through in the second half after having a gopher type first half. 36 minutes of play, 14 points, 5 of 13 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3, 4 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 2 offensive boards, a plus 10. So he really chipped in the second half, really was intricate in helping us pull away. So yeah, he had a great second half after a bad first half. DeAndre Ayton was spectacular. Very, very consistent when he's out there. It's so much easier to have him doing all the dirty work and being so efficient around the rim and stuff like that. It just makes a world of a difference for this roster. 36 minutes of play. He was 17 points there, 8 and 9 from the field. 1 or 2 from the line, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 blocks, plus 18. It was such a pleasure to have him out there. He led the team in the plus minus, and it was evident as you were watching the game that things were just so much easier for you with his presence on the floor. Luka the Don, spectacular as usual. 40 minutes, 35 points, 10 of 18 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3, 11 of 11 from the line. Really love that. 5 rebounds, 11 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 block, plus 15 for the Don. Austin Reeves, 41 minutes of play, 38 points, 12 of 15 from the field, 6 of 8 from the 3, 8 of 9 from the line, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, plus 3. Yo, if those two are going to play like this, we have a chance at being in the finals. We got a chance to at least get to the Western Conference Finals. Of course, everybody knows the Thunder are the Thunder, but if these two are going to play like this, I don't see anybody else beating us in the West. I'm just being honest with you. Those two can't play this well, and the West expect to have any chance against the Lakers if they're not named Oklahoma City Thunder. So Austin Reeves going to get the game ball from me tonight, although it could very easily go to Luka as well. They both were spectacular. I just choose to give it to Austin tonight. A plus 3 in 41 minutes. Maxi Kleber, 4 minutes of play, 0 of 1 from the 3 and the field. 1 turnover, kind of quiet to say the least, minus 3 there. Jake LaRavia, 14 minutes of play, did not score, but got 2 boards, 1 turnover, minus 5. He got lost out there tonight. He was just jogging around. Jackson Hayes, 12 minutes of play, 6 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 block, a minus 8 for Jackson Hayes. I really liked what he did in limited minutes out there. He was good as well. And Gabe Vincent, 23 minutes of play, 6 points, 2 or 3 from the field, and 3 assists. I thought he was good tonight. Plus 7. I complained a lot about him in the Clipper game, but for what I was asking him to do, he came in and immediately we were looking for him, making sure that he was active, and he didn't turn the ball over. It's pretty good minutes. Of course, he got shot over once by Cooper Flagg. It was very evident the type of stuff I complain about was on that play, but overall, you have to be okay with how Gabe went out there and played. No turnovers, 3 assists, 6 points. 23 minutes is a lot for that little bit of production, which is always my argument. But a plus 7, I thought he was pretty good for the most part. He did what he could control and did it well. So that was the stats for tonight's game. The Los Angeles Lakers, I didn't like how we played in the first half. I thought we came out really good in the second half. And the Dallas Mavericks seemed to have a lot of momentum, but it was almost like they fell flat in the fourth quarter. It was like the energy just kind of disappeared as we continued to hit shots and continued to kind of control the clock, fed off of the momentum of our crowd. And it seemed like Dallas never actually made a push to win the game after playing so well throughout the course of the game. I don't know if it has something to do with rotations. Again, Anthony Davis not playing in key moments, like around the 7-minute mark, they took him out. I thought that kind of sealed the deal for them. It was a decision they made as an organization, but I don't know if I would have agreed with it on their side of the fence. Ryan Nembhard, kind of just wasn't out there really in the fourth quarter after playing pretty much a career game. He should have continued to shoot and be aggressive. I just thought the aggressiveness for the Dallas Mavericks just dissipated at one point. It seemed like they were going to make a push, and with the momentum going as it was, I usually expect most teams we face to make a push and make this a close game if they're in the position that the Mavericks are in, and the Mavericks just never made that push. It just never happened. As the game started to wind down, from my perspective, we just continued. It was almost like you're waiting for them to come, and they just never come through the door. We weren't really playing the greatest defense tonight. I thought we could have played a lot better there. I loved how we executed down the stretch. And, Luka and Austin, and we were just so efficient, man. Rui hitting big threes down the stretch. But they were getting all the offensive rebounds and stuff. Like, at the end of the day, they killed us on the glass. And it seemed like the ball just kept falling toward them, But I don't know. I really was kind of lost at how Dallas ultimately just never pushed to kind of win the game. It was almost like they played well through three quarters, and then almost like spiritually they conceded the loss. It's like, we're the Dallas Mavericks, we're supposed to lose. It was almost like that kind of vibe that I got from their team, and we just pushed past them. But I'm telling you, good teams, bad teams alike, the way that game was going, you would expect this game to have been closer down the stretch, and it seemed like they just never started coming after us. It was almost like the same energy that they gave us in the first half just wasn't there in the second half. And a bad team is a bad team, man. They're a bad team. Let's just be honest. I thought they played about as well as you can expect, and they still lost by 10. They're just not a good team, But I thought their players were pretty impressive for the most part. Max was great. Nimhard was fantastic. Cooper had a really good game. PJ played very well. AD played very well. They got good individual performances out of guys. I thought Brandon Williams' inefficiency might have hurt a little bit, but he was aggressive. Good things happened while he was on the floor. He was a +9, led the whole team there. So, I don't know. I guess they were just missing that Kyrie Irving piece that could kind of just lead the way down the stretch and make this a close game, because I saw no reason for them not to be able to be more competitive in that fourth quarter. They just never kicked the door down. And the Lakers, I didn't think like we were playing all that great, but we just had, high level efficiency from everybody. I guess they were, if anything, the Dallas Mavericks were probably just demoralized by all the shots that were falling, if I'm being honest with you. Because the type of efficiency that Luka and Austin and DeAndre were playing with, Gabe, nice efficiency night, Jackson, nice efficiency, Bron and Rui, 5 of 13 apiece, but everybody else shot well above 50%. So, if anything, they were just demoralized as a bad team, going up against a team that can't miss. But as I said, all of the utility stats, they dominated. The boards, they got to the line more. Actually, we got to the line more. Never mind, 20 to 26. But they were shooting well. They attempted well more field goals. They turned the ball over less, killed us in the fast break. I don't know. I just felt like the Dallas Mavericks almost didn't believe in themselves in a way that was necessary for them to be able to really make this a close game. It was nothing keeping them from doing that. They just stopped playing, it seemed to me. And we were hitting so many shots. It was, we were fantastic. That's what it really came down to. But there was no killer instinct out there from my perspective at all. It was just kind of the clock working in our favors and shots falling for us. And I guess that was just my perception of the game. We really played well in the second half. I thought our first half was us playing with our food. And, the way that the Mavericks were playing, it felt like if we didn't step it up, we would lose. And we ended up getting that ability from some of the guys who were quiet in the second half. Rui Hachimura specifically, 4 of 8 from the 3 down the stretch in the fourth quarter. I mean, he just kept that distance. Austin getting to the line, Luka getting to the line repeatedly, being efficient from the 3. I mean, I just thought that they were so extremely dominant that it probably just demoralized the Mavericks as a unit. They really were demoralized. But yeah, that's what I see there. I was super proud of my team, super pleased with what I saw. It was a fun game. It must be said that we didn't use the in-season tournament floor because, of course, all of the slippage that everyone was complaining about at the end of the game. They said it needed to be refurnished or furbished or whatever the word would be. So we didn't use it. We used our regular floor tonight, and it was good to see that floor back out there because we haven't seen it in weeks. We used an alternate floor last time. We used an in-season floor as well, and then we've been on the road for almost a month. So we hadn't seen our regular floor in almost 2 weeks. And it was good to get the victory out there, man. The environment was nice. The stars were out. A lot of ex-Lakers. It was pretty emotional. It felt, sad seeing, Max and Ayton, not Aiden, excuse me, Max and AD out there dunking and laying the ball up for another team. It just didn't feel right. But ultimately, we walk away with the win, and it takes good stuff to get good stuff, man. We had to give up players we really appreciate in order to get Luka to Don, and clearly we're very pleased with how this outcome is for us and how our future looks with Luka going forward. So, this is just yet another fantastic win for the Los Angeles Lakers, who are now, what's our record? I want to say 14-4. Yes, 14-4. We swept our division, and we'll go on, I believe, to play the San Antonio Spurs in the knockout round. I think we will host that game if I'm not mistaken. We'll see. Let's see. I want to see where our standing situation is. I'd imagine we're in second place. The Thunder won their game tonight and are firmly in first place, but I don't think we've done anything to lose ground in the Western Conference. So yeah, we are 14-4, number 2 in the West, full game ahead of the Houston Rockets, who are 12-4. So it's looking real good right now for us. We just got to keep pushing, taking care of business. We got Pelicans game coming up this upcoming Sunday. I believe that game is at 6:30. I did watch all the highlights that I need to see to be caught up with the Pelicans. Of course, the Suns, who we play after that on Monday, and they lost to the Thunder tonight, so I got to watch highlights for that. And then they play again, the Suns do, before we see them. So, yeah, that's going to be what that is. But, we're extremely pleased with the Lakers tonight, man. We couldn't have been more efficient. Luka, Ayton, Austin, spectacular performance. And I thought we delivered, man. We really, really delivered against a Dallas Mavericks team that is struggling but is starting to get healthy slowly but surely. Having Flag and AD out there made all the difference. And I thought they were very competitive. And I'd imagine if you're a Dallas Maverick fan, you have to feel like things are getting better even though the wins aren't coming. Your team is getting healthier and they're starting to play a little better. You're starting to get more out of more people. So, moral victory for the Mavericks, maybe. You can look at it like that. But ultimately, we were so demoralizing with our efficiency that it's hard to feel good about this if you wear blue. And you have to feel great about it if you're one of us. So that's really what it is. I thought we could have played better, though. I thought our defense could have been significantly better. Giving up 119 points to this team, that's not wonderful to me. But ultimately, our efficiency was terrific, and it's good to have a night where you can hit everything, because Lord knows we had a bad game shooting the ball just 2 games ago against the Utah Jazz. So 6-game winning streak. We love where we're at, 14-4. It was good to see some old faces, some guys that we really appreciate, and this is also good to beat them just the same, because at the end of the day, we're about these wins. And so, yeah, that's really where we're at, man. We get ready for a Pelicans team that's also playing with momentum. They're like the Dallas Mavericks, aren't quite getting wins, but they're getting healthier. And, now they got Zion back. And they got Derek Queen playing great. You got Fears playing great, who had, 7 steals in the last game against us just a week ago. Bad blood at the end of that game in regards to, I think it was Derek Queen and Luka may have gotten into it or something like that at the end of that game. So we got to be aware of what type of energy we could be facing against this improving Pelican squad with some young talent. And, not take them for granted, just like we don't take anybody else for granted, and make sure that we get that victory against that team before facing the Suns on a back-to-back. A Suns that took the Thunder all the way to 119 to 123. They only lost by 4 points rather. And so that's a Suns team that plays hard, and we're not overlooking the Pelicans, but we understand our next 2 games could potentially be a dangerous situation for our team, with these 2 teams having so much energy for themselves and us having to go in after playing this game just on one night's rest. So that's what I'm thinking about, man. We want to keep our foot on the gas. We feel great about where we're at. We're blowing teams out. Well, not really, but we're demoralizing teams with good play. I think we need to focus on rebounding the ball a lot better than we did tonight. Focus on taking care of the basketball a lot more, and more efficiently. And there are some things in this tape that we could look at and say, okay, if we didn't hit shots, we probably would have lost. So that's really what I take from this. I really love what I saw from my team, but the ball is either going to fall or it's not. tonight it happened to fall, and I think we benefited from that a great deal. And two, from a Dallas Maverick team that just doesn't quite believe in itself, if you ask me. And they've earned that being bad, but Anthony's back, and so we'll see from afar how they do, and I'm pretty sure they'll be a better team next time we see them. So that's really what it is, man. Love what I saw from my Lakers. Very happy we got this victory for ourselves. Didn't let AD come into this room and get any get back or nothing like that, because at the end of the day, Luka was the one that deserves to see a win against the Mavericks each and every time he plays them, and that's really what I feel right there. No disrespect to the guys we traded away, but Luka was the one who really got the worst of that trade. But just the same, he got traded to the better team. He's happy here. We're happy he's here. Sorry, his heart had to be broken in order for that to happen. But hey man, this is what it's supposed to be about. We're gonna go ahead and go forward, and he's gonna lead the way. And I think if we continue to get what we got out of our teammates on the offensive end, we're not going to lose too many games, man. But we do have to tighten up defensively and on the glass, in my opinion, in order for us to get as good as we want to be. So that is pretty much what I want to say about this game. I hope our coaches really zero in on the things that we didn't do great tonight, and don't just say that we played well because the ball fell. We shot over 50% from both the three and the field. That's not going to happen every night. You had better win those utility areas of basketball more so than anything else if you want to be as good as we expect ourselves to be. BDF 44, I thank you all for watching. I'm out.